everybody? Thomas J. Barkowski, AT Talks, coming at you with a new series, Simple Rehab. This is a 10, 11-part series where I'm just going to be me talking to you in these 3 to 4 minute videos, real quick, real sweet, not so much a specific exercise and why you would select it and the muscle groups or muscles that it's working and its role in the plan, and not that kind of stuff, more like basic fundamental mythology type thing. So we're going to start with why you suck at rehab. Here's 4 reasons why I think you suck at rehab. Or, I suck at rehab. We all suck at rehab. You think you know everything when you come out of school, and realistic. Wow, you really don't know anything. I can't even say that word. Okay, so number 1, why you suck at rehab. And it's just that you're just missing this base knowledge of rehab, strength conditioning, exercise selection, progressive overload, volume, reps, sets, resistance, and how that all plays in to the plan, how to progress that plan, get the feedback from the athlete, what they like, what they don't like, what's giving them issues, what are they feeling really good, and how you manipulate that. So you might just not have that experience. So that's one reason why you suck at rehab. The second reason you might suck at rehab is that you have a new injury that you've never seen before, or that you have no experience with, or you're just lacking that injury rehab completely. So for me, I work at the secondary setting. I've been there for 3 years, and we've had 2 surgeries. We've had an ACL that was done just before COVID, and COVID shut down the world, and I had no part of the rehab. That was all done by PT. And I had a meniscal injury that was repaired and done by PT. So I don't have much experience with those post-surgical rehabs. So I'm missing that knowledge, that education. So if I got one, I know the basics of rehab, and I know how to progress people and the range of motion, the mobility, the strengthening, and putting a plan together. But I might not know the specifics of how it's supposed to be done, how the doctor wants it done, how the PTs are doing it. So that's when I would have to reach out and say, hey, I need a little help on, A, B, and C, so I can follow this plan and give the best care possible. The third reason why you might suck at rehab is because you don't practice the movements. You know the movements in your head. You read the pages in the book, you read the PowerPoint, you understand explaining it, point A, 1, 2, 3, point B, 1, 2, 3. But in reality, training a human being versus reading something off a PowerPoint is very different. And you have to have that knowledge. You have to be able to practice that so you can combine those two. Because if you're just giving them cues, but all you understand those cues is at face value, and you don't know how it relates, you can't connect it, you're really going to struggle, and you're going to question why the athlete or the patient isn't getting it, why your cueing isn't working, why it's taking so long. They're going to tell you it feels like this, and you're not really going to understand if it's supposed to feel like that because you don't do it. Number 4, and why you might suck at rehab, is because we are highly trained, specialized providers. We have a lot of knowledge, went to school for a long time. So your knowledge is up here, where the average patient, the average athlete, their knowledge isn't up there. So if you're taking someone through a squat for rehab and you want them to brace their core, you want them to posterior pelvic tilt, you want some hip flexion, you want some knee flexion, you want some ankle mobility, that doesn't really mean anything to a lot of people. My 16-year-old, 18-year-old kids, your 18-year-old, 20-year-old kids are probably gonna look at you like, what the heck are you talking about? You have to be able to bridge that knowledge gap and explain it in a way that they can understand it, in a way that they can use it. If not, it's most likely not going to go well, or they're just not going to understand what you're saying. They're going to tell you they understand what they're saying, because that's what people do. But then they're going to go home and they're not going to do their home exercise program, because they don't understand it, or they're not going to give as much effort as they would during that one-on-one training, that rehabilitation, just because they don't understand it. So there's 4 reasons why you might suck at rehab, and you get a good laugh because I can't say realistically. So have a great day, everybody.